Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Bella. Today I'm going to be reviewing His Dark Materials Season 2, Episode 2, The Cave. First point, which is a point from Episode 1 that I wanted to make. With the witches, I found it last time very difficult to distinguish whose demon, bird, belonged to which witch. And I think in the future, if they were going to do it again, they'd have to say underneath whose demon belongs to who, if they're going to do a scene where you've got the humans talking and then cut to the demons, if you've not seen who they are. But that's just a side issue from Episode 1. Episode 2 is called The Cave. Plato had a cave, and in that cave you were chained to a wall and you were facing away from the entrance, so all you saw were the shadows of the stuff happening outside of the cave, and that was earthly existence. Obviously heaven is what's happening outside of the cave. Never before have I seen such a convoluted episode. If they gave any more hints about what was going to happen in the amber spyglass, they might as well be writing it on the wall. Also in Episode 1 we had the hint of what Will's future demon is going to be, with him holding that cat. Did I just do a spoiler? Love the Botanic Garden scene. Oh, my heart is just all over the place. Mention of Paul Roger and that scene in the Botanic Garden. Anyway, moving on. In Episode 2 we've started some of the amber spyglass storyline with Lyra and Mary, the former nun who is a physicist, looking at dark matter / dust / original sin. Will's story, the subtle knife, is being done, but they've delayed that to get some of this in whilst they're in Will's Oxford, which makes sense. Unfortunately, what's starting to happen is it's very convoluted, and when we are in Lyra's world with the demons and all of this business, it feels very fantastical. When we're in our world, it's very disjointed, and I think it's supposed to be disjointed because we're dealing with very high concepts here. Another point is I would like to make: humanism is a philosophy, not a religious belief, and it's the philosophy that humans can improve themselves through human endeavour, can achieve greatness. With or without the divine, it depends which philosophy you go with it, because there's different types of humanism. Because Henry VIII was a humanist, Cardinal Wolsey was a humanist, Thomas More, the Catholic saint, was a humanist. They believed in human potential. Atheism is not a religious belief at all. I hate that when people say, do you believe in God? And it's like, well, you can either be certain about it, it's a question of faith. And I think that that's a complicated concept in itself, and atheism is not a religious belief. Anyway, we're digressing, or are we? Anyway, we're supposed to be doing Will's story. At the moment, we're all over the place. This episode was very chip-choppy, and if they gave any more spoilers for this, it was more Marissa's episode actually than anybody else's. Yes, we did learn some details about Will and uncovering him and his estate and his family and his grandparents and all of that. But it's actually Marissa reclaiming her power, setting up the new Cardinal of the Magisterium, cough cough, Catholic Church and Pope. But we also learn that Marissa was and is a witch. So that's quite interesting. Overall, I'm going to give this episode sort of a 3 out of 5. It's very disjointed. It's not really... It didn't flow well. And I think it's because Will is a teenager, and Lyra very much has the attitude of a child. And that will change as we go on. And I think that's an important distinction. I really do hope that we have more of Will's story coming through, and him being an equal character to Lyra, because this Northern Lights very much is a children's story, even though about what happens in the end. And I think this is very much a children's story, even though the ending is very much a young adult ending. So I'm going to leave episode 2 of His Dark Materials Season 2, The Cave, a 3 out of 5. very disjointed, but we're setting up the ending of this one. Overall, please like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I think they are evening Will and Lyra's characters up quite nicely. The Botanic Garden scene was particularly good, even though it did drop bombs about this.